the orders of the President of the United States and the Governor of South Dakota, and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to law and regulations. So help me God. Congratulations.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet your top 5 in the AMSOIL Pro Point standings coming into this Sioux Falls Snocross National, presented by Quick Star. And number 5 in the point standings belongs to the rider from Deer River, Minnesota. Didn't have the greatest of outings last round, hoping for a better result here. He's a 2-time winner this season, sponsored by Arctic Cat, Idahoan Foods, FXR, Sunoco Race Fuels, as well as General Formulations, Nitro Lubricants, Minnesota Truck Headquarters, along with Fox Shocks, CNA Pro Skis, Stud Boy, Rock Speed FX, and CTI Braces. Here he comes in front of the grandstands here in Sioux Falls. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 5th in the AMSOIL Pro Point standings. This is Daniel Benham.
Dan, last night we saw an unfortunate off from you, but despite your sled being mangled, you said you yourself are good. So how do you get back to your winning ways?
Yeah, hopefully just move on from yesterday. Yeah, we had some struggles. Fortunately, sled was pretty much demolished, but we have a new one today, and hopefully it's a good one. So I'm looking forward to tonight. This track is going to be pretty interesting.
Interesting to say the least. Looking forward to a redemption ride from you and your team. Best of luck.
Currently 4th in the AMSOIL Pro Points is this rider, who's also on an Arctic Cat and has picked up some Triple Crown wins, but has yet to score an overall this season. He hails from Grand Blanc, Michigan, riding for the brand new FloRacing Arctic Cat team, sponsored by Arctic Cat and Fly Racing, along with Advanced Grain Handling Systems, Country Cat, Stein, and DDS Fluids. He's a veteran campaigner in this AMSOIL Pro category and comes into tonight in the number 4 spot in the AMSOIL Pro Points. Give it up for Jacob Yerk.
Jake, small mistakes had big implications for you in last night's overall, but what can you learn from them that you can apply for an even better result here today?
Yeah, just to keep your head. I mean, last couple laps, last night we just got a little antsy trying to get around a lapper, and yeah, it kind of cost us second overall, but overall good night yesterday, and we were consistent. That's the goal. So clean up those little things, keep our head, keep calm, and we should be good.
Consistency was definitely key for you. Looking forward to seeing you back out there.
Your 3rd place rider in AMSOIL Pro Points has a couple of Triple Crown wins to his credit, and he was number 2 on the box 1 round to go. He hails from Chicoutimi, Quebec, Canada, riding a Skidoo for the Hornet Racing team that's sponsored by Makita Power Tools, Skidoo, FVP Parts, as well as NTN, GMC, XPS, KYB, Enzo Canada, Speedworks, and Bob the Cooler Company. Aboard the number 511, this is Jordan Lebel.
Jordan, with a small short track like this, it's really important for riders to hit their marks. So what do you think will be key here for tonight as you search for another podium finish?
Having good visibility and getting out front early, I think, is going to be a lot of help on this track. But yeah, just finding the good line and trying to keep your vision clear.
Best of luck out there.
Our runner-up in the AMSOIL Pro Point standings, also looking for a little bit better run tonight. He hails from Saint-Félicien, Quebec, Canada, riding for Thien Motorsports on a Skidoo, sponsored by Skidoo, FXR, North American Trailer, Aluminum Cabinet Company, Classic Construction, Roland Transport, and CNA Pro Skis. He's on the number 220, Francis Pelletier.
Francis, a tougher night for you in round 10. How do you hope and plan to bounce back here tonight?
Yeah, yesterday is yesterday. Let's talk about today and have fun.
A new day. We look forward to seeing you back out there.
And one round to go. This guy was back to his winning ways, posting a perfect score. Fastest lap and a 1-1-1 in all three legs of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. He hails from Björnsson, Sweden, riding for Judnik Motorsports on a Polaris, sponsored by Polaris Racing, Klein, Wild River Jerky, Core RV, SSI Decals, as well as Kutzler Express, Walker Evans Racing, and Stud Boy, it's the Moose, Emil Haar.
Emil, coming off some statement performances last night, do performances like that give you even more confidence going into tonight's racing?
I mean, not really. We all know how rough and challenging this track is, and how hard it is if you don't get the start. So yeah, I will try to keep getting good starts and be up front early and try to get some good races.
Best of luck to you out there.
All right, Robbie, courtesy of Air Jordan, let's take a flying lap, literally, around a reasonably short track here in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, just take a look at all that mud down there and water. So the rider's going to have to contend with that, but take off on this start and roll into the finish line. Then you can see in the bottom of those pockets, there's some water holes, and that was what I was talking about earlier. You're going to want to be careful because this track can reach out and flip you over. We've seen a lot of that last night. Dual lane there, into a double, and the big triple. We've seen guys earlier struggling to get over that triple, and there's gonna be some time made up if you can get it right. And that is a lap here in South Dakota.
We're getting ready for the start of Pro Lite qualifying. So 2 rounds of Pro Lite qualifying for you this evening. 3 heats in each round. Add up the points from the 2 rounds. You get 1 point for a win, 2 for a second, 3 for a third, so on and so forth. At the end of the 2 rounds, lowest 10 scores lock into the front row for the final, and then the next 10 racers in the order go to an LCQ where the top 5 will advance, and that is a short sprint race. Those 5 riders go to the back row of the final. By the way, congratulations to Andrew Majira from Bristol, Wisconsin. Andrew, if you're on the grounds here with us this evening, head over to the South Dakota Snowmobile Association booth. You've won yourself a Track to Trail gift certificate. Now, Robbie, we're looking at the rundown here of this first heat, and we're going to see a guy who is really, really looking for a comeback after a disaster yesterday, and that is your current point leader, Creighton Dillon.
Yeah, not the day he was looking for, but this is where you put the championship hat on and take the tear off, pull it, look forward to today. It's a new day. Go out and earn some points. He still has the points lead. You can see the red plate. So no harm there. Obviously, some points were lost, but not enough. And here's our lineup for this first round.
Yeah, Dylan had a crash in his round 1 qualifier last night. Won his round 2 qualifier, was the number 10 qualifier for the final, but then had an engine problem. It seized up on him. He had to pull off the track, and then half a lap later, Nick Lorenz, runner-up in points, so we'll see in a later heat, he had the pipe come loose on the sled, and he was out. So he couldn't capitalize on the opportunity of Dylan dropping out of the race. If anything, those two guys just kind of backed up to the rest of the top 5 in the Pro Lite points.
Right, and that goes to show you, like, when it's your year, it's your year. You didn't lose a whole lot of points to second place. Obviously having the same mechanical, so live to fight another day. And I can tell you right now, and I talked to Creighton a little bit earlier, he is fired up for today. He wants to right the wrongs and get back on track, and the right track for him is winning everything, and he hasn't done that in a little bit, but don't hold your breath. It's coming quick here. He's going to show these guys, I'm sure, what he's made of.
Everybody's starting to fire up the sleds. They all lined up ski to ski, maximum of 10 across the front row. And now they're on the button, as we say, getting the pipe up to temperature. There's a countdown clock where the green light is. So that's how they know when to get off the button, make sure that pipe is as hot as possible. Then they watch for the starter to put his hand up in a stop motion. A few seconds after that, the light clicks green, and we turn him loose, just like this.
Ooh, Creighton got a nice jump. Looks like Omen's gonna get the whole shot, though.
So Tyler Uman and Colton Krajcek getting up there, trying to get them some of the lead. Dylan is back at about third now, sweeps the outside lane here. Looks like he's tucked in behind Tyler Archambault, and a battle for the third position here. He gets by one of the Arctic Cat sleds. That might be the Uman sled. Drops inside here.
Oh, Creighton got it. A little aggressive there. Obviously, he was hoping that Krajcek would be gone by the time he got there, but he wasn't. Gave him a little ski music.
And now here comes Creighton ripping the outside lane, coming off the Polaris corner, trying to carry some speed and momentum down here through the U.S. Air Force flyaway. He's got the second spot, and he's going to drop in, block the lane off from Tyler Archambault.
Oh, look at Archambault.
Oh, look at that. Elbows up, baby, and they're stuck together for a moment.
Oh, wow. Archambault and Creighton get together. This is not the way to start.
And Dylan had to go off track through a sea of mud to be able to rejoin there safely. Here is the battle for the race lead. Emmerich Legendre now stepping up, and he is going to carve the inside of the FXR turn, come out the backside with the lead over Krajcek, with Uman now losing third to Oscar England on the 339.
So Legendre was fastest in practice in Pro Lite today, so he has found something, has the speed, has moved his way all the way up to first, and competition better be aware. When Emmerich's on, he is a top runner all day long.
There's England. He's got company trying to slide to his inside. That's Uman on the number 25. They are going to be almost bar to bar through the skidoo section of the track now. Up into this lane split through the Arctic Cat Polaris corners. Uman, the only one going downstairs, trying to keep pace here in this battle for the third spot.
Yeah, all three Arctic Cats fighting for position. He's going to come out on top. I like where England is sitting right now. Got some speed.
Colton Krajcek going to the outside here, and England going to the inside, almost 3 wide, coming out the backside there. A nice run off the inside lane here for Oscar England and Tyler Uman as they come back into the FXR turn. And from the outside, Krajcek trying to hang on as the white flag waves, but Oscar is there as Legendre leads down the backstretch here for the final time.
Yeah, look at Legendre. He's so smooth, calculated. He is easy on the eyes to watch, and he's going to take the checkers right there. A nice way to start the night off. Emmerich Legendre, England, Krajcek, going to round out our top three.
And it looks like Shepard losing a spot there as Creighton Dillon is able to get in there and at least salvage a top 5, which is better than he did one round ago yesterday when he was dead last in his first round qualifier after a crash. So, but Emmerich Legendre showing you that speed that he had in practice certainly was not a fluke. He is a contender in this category, and the Canadian rider picks up the win here in Heat 1 of Pro Lite's Round 1 qualifying. There's the rest of the finish order for you as we get ready for heat race number 2, which will feature our winner from 1 round ago. And we had said through about 3 or 4 rounds, especially Robbie, that Topi Posty, he was right on the cusp. He was just waiting for that moment, and that moment came last night.
Yeah, he was fastest in practice yesterday. He showed up in that first round. Second round had a little tough luck, but he made it count in the final and put himself on the top of the step. And I know he's got some family here for the weekend, so it's perfect timing.
Anson Shield currently 3rd in the point standings, and Kenny Mandrick 5th in the point standings coming into this round. And Dylan Rose, he had a round qualifying win yesterday. So I'll get ready to assemble here on the start straight. As soon as they get the signal, they'll start lining up and we'll be ready to go here. Second heat of 3 in round 1 of Pro Lite here this evening. With a look down at the starting line, Dylan Rose, Jesse Kirchmeyer,
Anson Shield getting zoned in. He had a scary crash last night. He was able to walk away and had a solid ride in that final, but there's no doubt that that crash had probably a little bit to play in his head. So again, new day for him. Oh, Kenny Mandrick getting excited.
Mandrick on that Hayes brake FXR number 61. And he's going to have to go to the back row? No?
No, he just didn't
he's just
hold
going to
the
slot
button.
back in. So.
Yeah, they weren't in the holding phase, so no harm, no foul.
Yep.
Get him relined up.
Yeah, once you go under starters orders, if you move, that's a different story. All right, so waiting for that countdown clock. You see the starter getting ready to move into position there on the right-hand side of your screen. All right, here we go. This is Heat 2, Round 1 in Pro Lite.
Anson Shield with a good jump, but looks like it's going to be Bailey Forrest.
Yeah, Bailey triples.
Oh, wow, Anson.
Oh.
That was Anson Shield. Wow, he went for it.
Now that certainly paid off. It got him up into the 2nd position behind Bailey Forrest as they come barreling through the U.S. Air Force flyaway. Not a good start for Topi Posty. Just kind of hanging there in the start from the back row and 1 rider down.
I think that was Dylan Rose. Got a little excited in that first corner and went for a ride. Look at Anson. Tell me if he's not feeling confident right now. You can see it was Rose that went over the bars. And
yeah, and you can see how soaked he is. This snow is super wet, super slushy. There's standing water in some spots on the track that the racers are continuing to find. And right now, Anson Shield is finding himself, well, with the best vision of anyone because he's up at the front of the field.
yeah, Anson Shield is feeling frisky tonight. Just going for that triple off that finish line. Tells you exactly what you're looking to see here. And he did not waste any time moving his way to the front. Little mistake there. Needs to clean that section up, but
that does allow Bailey Forrest to stay within a second of them as they come back across the Emsville finish line jump. Mandrick in 3rd, and looks like Topi Posty working his way up. He started on the back row. He kind of let everybody go because he lost a little bit of vision there as he checks over his shoulder at Jeremy Beaulieu, who is back there in 5th. But Topi now up into the number 4 position here in this round 1 qualifying.
yeah, Topi seems to be, I hope everything's all right with the sled with him. He seems like he's a little bit off, especially from where he was last night. And you can see his brake is just glowing red. I wondered last night, he kind of slowed down near the end if he was having some brake issues. Got to be paying attention to that as a racer. You can't hold that brake too long.
Back up front, Anson Shield on the Shearing Speed Sport U.S. Air Force sponsored Amsoil Skidoo, putting that sled neatly through its paces here.
Yeah, look at how dialed he is in right now. Putting the track together really nice, getting in and out of those corners, not wasting any time. Really efficient. It's probably not even that hard for him right now because he is finding the right flow.
He'll bound his way off the inside of that Polaris turn here on the final lap. Bailey Forst having a good round one run here. Looks like he'll be able to bring it home in second place as long as he can keep the skis down on the snow. Shield over the Enzo finish line, jump to the checkered flag, so he'll pick up the round win. That's a good start to the evening for him. Force second, Madrick third, Posty fourth, followed by Jeremy Ballou in fifth, and it looks like it'll be Kirchmeier and Cowan and Rose after that crash. Unfortunately, did not finish.
Some action there, no doubt. Love to see Anson going for it.
There's a look at the order of finish from heat number 2. We've got one more heat to go here to wrap up our first round of Pro Light competition. We're going to have Troy Horbati, Jordan Beese, who has been a little under the weather lately, on the number 228, teammate to Oscar England. Eric Downs had a podium 1 round to go. Nick Lorenz had that pipe come loose, finished 14th last night. We'll have Adam Ashline, Trent Whitworth, Drew Freeland, who came from like 5th to 2nd in the last 4 laps of last night's Pro Light final, and Evan Christian, who is currently 4th in the point standings.
Yeah, that is a stacked heat. There is some heavy hitters in this one. Pay attention to Lorenz. He's going to be one to get out front and check out. Needs to get those points going. Seen Creighton Dillon having his misfortune in that first round. Here's a chance. Start stacking a few points.
And if you didn't get a chance to watch it last night on FloRacing, either look for the Fox Sports broadcast from Sioux Falls, which will start on March 17th, or if you have the option on demand to check out the Friday Night Pro Light Final and watch the charge that Drew Freeland put on in those last 3 or 4 laps. That is the best riding I think I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, and we're going to see if that confidence is going to carry over into tonight right off the start here. If he pulls a hole shot, I'm thinking, yes, he's got the mojo flowing and he's feeling good about everything. So pay attention to that. That 28 Ski-Doo right there, he's one that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on because that confidence is everything, and starts are part of that.
See a lot of the AMSOIL Pro riders, including Jacob Bjork, they're all checking things out here at the starting line. They're going to be up after this round 1 Pro Light qualifier for the first leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown.
Nice clean jump. Looks like it's going to be Evan Christian.
Yeah, Christian, but somebody tripled to his inside, sketches out, and we're going to have a multiple sled pile up here. And that is going to block out about half the racetrack. Evan Christian, Nick Lorenz, they are 1 and 2.
Then Freeland going into the 3rd spot. So,
and there are some of the racers involved. Eric Downs is tangled up with Troy Horbati sled still on its side over there, and everybody having to woe up through this section of the track. Once they're clear, they can go back to racing, and Lorenz, he wants the lead. He wants it now.
Yeah, he gets that inside. Evan elected to go outside. Obviously not ideal, but it is what it is, and he's got to fight back now. And look at Lorenz.
Yeah, the West Coast Custom sled makes a nice pass, and you see these racers slowing right down, staying on the snow. No advance of position until you're past the yellow flag incident. Evan Christian tried to time that good there to launch the outside lane, maybe trying to catch your race leader, Lorenz, napping, and I don't think it worked, and here comes Drew Freeland. And Lorenz has a problem. Lorenz pulls out for a moment there in the rhythm section, and then Freeland has a little issue bogging down coming out of the FXR corner, and all of a sudden Evan Christian, he's out there by himself.
I wonder if Lorenz might have jumped on the yellow or tried to get too close or past or something.
Yeah, we just got confirmation, Robbie, from the officials. Yes, he did jump under yellow, so he elected to serve his penalty by stopping on track like that.
Okay, because I seen him look over his shoulder over that finish line, and obviously elected to get off the gas and let everyone go by and live to fight another day, and here he is. Moved it. Oh, look at that! Oh, Nick!
Oh, it beached it right there on one of those braking bumps. Look at all of that dirty snow that is packed into that front suspension area and those control arms. This is going to be a race to forget, unfortunately, for Nick Lorenz. But for your race leader, Evan Christian, this is a good one because he's out front and he's clean for the moment.
Looking for it is following him, sitting in second place right now. Whitwer, I'm not sure where he came from. He was way off the mark at the start of this, so Whitwer putting in the laps. He is the fastest on the track right now.
And here's the checkered flag for Evan Christian. Yeah, Whitwer was right there within 0.7 of a second coming across the line. Freeland will cross the line and finish up, along with Jordan Beast and Adam Ashline, and then Lorenz, Downs, and Horbati will round out the rest of the field. Well, it started off calm enough, but it got pretty chaotic there at the end of that first round of Pro Lite.
Yeah, it sure did. And Lorenz had the opportunity.
Anything in that building is the target? Cleared hot. Hey, that's all I needed.
Winter hits different. It's epic, extreme, exhilarating. A season for fresh tracks, big smiles, and living in the moment with your crew. When the temperature goes down, the excitement goes up. And when the snow falls, the adventures begin. This is Ski-Doo season. Get out there and experience your best winter yet.
Welcome back to the Sioux Falls Snocross National, presented by Quick Star. We are getting ready for our first leg of the Amsoil Pro Triple Crown. Kevin and the Pertec groomer and the rest of the track cleanup crew are out there doing a little grooming and smoothing to get things ready to go before we launch this first of the 3 Amsoil Pro main events for this evening. Great crowd on hand with us here at Sioux Falls. It's been a minute since we've been here, and we got to give a huge shout out to our friends from Northern Power Race Park up in Mansalona, Michigan, because, well, a lot of the snow that is here is snow they helped truck in literally at the 11th hour to keep it as fresh as possible. Yeah, it's dirty snow, but you know what? It's still snow. We're still racing. And if a Polaris Pro Racer wins in the final, guess what? You're going to get a free Polaris shop rag from our friends at Polaris and Amsoil Championship Snowcross. One of the great things we have at every Amsoil Championship Snowcross stop is your chance to see how quick you can change out a CNA Pro ski. In the U.S. Air Force Quick Change Challenge, you can try that at any of our tour stops, and you might even win yourself a one-of-a-kind seat cushion. And even when we're not racing, there's plenty going on in the world of snowcross, and you can keep track of it on our great social media outlets: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. We're there, and the temperature is there. Yes, 57 degrees, Robbie. Wind's not as strong as last night, too.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Rinse and repeat from last night, and the track is disintegrating, shrinking. You can see it definitely isn't what we had yesterday, but track crews did an excellent job. We got a racy track, and this one matters. This is the one you want to get out.
And here's our Triple Crown 101. So, Robbie, take us through how we work this whole Triple Crown format.
Well, we're going to run 3 main events plus a lap, 8 minutes plus a lap. Finishing spots get points. One gets for 1 point. Second place gets you 2 points, so on and so forth. Lowest point total wins. Third main is your finishing tiebreaker, so pay attention to that. It's all going to come down to that last one, and can give up a few points here or there, but you want to make sure that last one you seal the deal and put yourself on that podium.
Now, earlier this afternoon, we had our AMSOIL Pro practice/qualifying session, and that is where the racers went out and tried to cut the fastest lap possible. The fastest time went to Emil Haar, so he has first pick of where he wants to line up on the starting line. So this rundown is essentially your qualifying order. Haar, along with his teammate Cody Cam, Oscar Norm, Jacob Yerk, Francis Peltier, Hunter Patnode, Riley Bester, Daniel Benham, Marcus Ogumar, and Jordan LaBelle will be your front row starters, and then Adam Peterson and Travis Kern will start from the back row. And there is the Moose.
Yeah, Emil was so dominant last night. It was amazing to watch how he would get in and out of the corners, and almost didn't look like he was trying. He was just so wired in. But Cody Cam, his teammate, had the fastest time. Well, maybe not. He was second, but he was right there.
Yeah, almost identical Polarises all lined up nose to nose, or side by side there with Haar, Cam in the middle, and then Oscar Norm, who had a couple of good top 5 finishes in the 3 main events last round. Francis Peltier all the way out there on the far side, and still more lining up as Hunter Patnode rolls up with the U.S. Air Force number 8. There goes Riley Bester in the line with the Red Bull Lavallee Polaris. Jacob Yerk with the Kylo Racing DeWalt sled right there in the middle. Look at Emil Haar, just the quiet concentration. Just looking ahead. Jacob Yerk going through his pre-race routine. Did you have a routine like that, Robbie, or were you basically just sitting there going, all right, come on, let's flip the lights, let's go?
Yeah, I didn't like sitting on the starting line too long. That was always annoying to me. I wanted to get things started. That nervous energy that they are all feeling right now, you can see they're going to twitch the handlebars, they're going to shake their head, they're going to adjust their goggles, adjust their chin straps, you name it. They're going to be doing whatever they can to not think about what they have to do right now, because it's just such a pressure cooker.
Yeah, your final front row starter there, Jordan LaBelle, lining up at the Makita sled to the right-hand side of your screen. Daniel Benham there with the number 221. Marcus Ogumar, he's on that 1-3 Motorsports Brunt Workwear sponsored number 9. All right, they're going to fire the sleds up. The mechanics are going to get out of town, and we're going to get ready to go here. Race 1 of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here tonight at the Sioux Falls Snocross National, presented by Quick Start. Can Emil Haar pick up where he left off? 1 round to go, where he won everything that there was to win.
Ooh, I like where Riley got good start there, but
yeah,
no.
Here comes Haar on the inside. He just kind of waited half a beat, and the sea opened up for him, and he is going to lead the pack coming out of the Polaris turn.
With his teammate in tow. Oh, look at Francis Peltier. Oh, look at this. Hunter Patnode. Where did he come from? All the way on the outside.
Well, he was going where they're not, and he's got the run alongside the race leader as they come over the AMSOIL finish line jump. Haar forges ahead maybe by about a sled length. They are side by side for third. Jacob Yerk mixing it up there with Cody Cameron. It looks like Yerk may have gotten in there into third, and now he's working on Patnode for the number 2 spot.
Yeah, Hunter Patnode. Awesome to see. And look at Yerk jumping to that inside. If Hunter can get that corner to work for him, it is going to be fast, and you can see Haar moving around. Oh, Hunter, hang on to it.
Wow, he jumped outside to inside. I think that was a last-minute decision to try that inside lane to force Haar out wide. The gamble doesn't quite work, and now here comes Yerk again with Cody Cam challenging. That's the race for third, and they're side by side again for the lead coming to the AMSOIL finish line jump, but Haar hangs on.
Some great racing action early in this one. A lot of inside-outside lanes. Oh, wow, look at Hunter. Goes back to that outside. Can he make something happen here?
Well, he's dancing with what brought him, and now he's going to try to drop to the inside, try to get the carve under there, coming off that flat FXR turn, can't quite do it. And Har hangs on. Patino, by the way, did rip the stud boy hole shot here in this first AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown main event. He's going to sweep back around to the outside now, hammer down.
Yeah, I really like that outside. He's able to stay a little lower on that double. He gives up some time, but he gains some time, and most importantly, he's out of the roost, so he can see what he's doing. And obviously, Har's got the driver's seat here, being out front.
He'll bound his way into that Arctic Cat Polaris turn complex. Jacob Yerk now going around the outside with that Kylo Racing Arctic Cat, trying to get a fresh run at the Ocho. Hunter Patino on the AMSOIL U.S. Air Force could do in that race for second and third, with Cody Cam looking at fourth, and Francis Pelletier starting to come out strong. A little bobble there for Cody Cam.
And Yerk makes the pass stick there, so he's got a third spot, starting to make up some ground.
Yerk again ripping that outside lane here. Har has opened up a little bit of a gap with about 3 minutes and change left to go, plus the lap.
Watch Yerk, he's really getting around this corner effectively, and he's gonna close right up on Hunter. Hunter better get going. These guys behind are starting to nip at his heels a little bit.
Cam's coming back into the picture here, almost up into the back end of Patino there in between the Arctic Cat and Polaris corners.
Look at this, Yerk, he's gonna jump to the inside.
Now Yerk switching up the lanes here, and he will win the drag race over the AMSOIL finish line. With more on Jacob Yerk, let's go to Erica Allreed.
Paul, when I was talking about Jake Yerk earlier, he said he attributes a lot of his success this weekend to the new skid geometry. In 2018, when they came out with the chassis, they basically took a 129 rail geometry and put it on 136 rails so the shocks were closer together. This year, they have a catalyst skid, which is a true 136 geometry, which takes less weight off the rear and more weight to the center, so gives them a better forward momentum and drive, while also giving them more ski pressure so they can corner better. That was on full display as he rocketed into second place, guys.
Well, Jacob Yerk said last round he kind of gave away second overall with a little mistake, so he's chasing after Emil Har with about 2 minutes of the lap to go, and the battle on now for the third spot. Patino's got it, but here comes Cam, and down there on the inside, that yellow Theme Motorsports Skidoo is Francis Pelletier.
And Dan Benham joined the party. We have a four-racer battle for that third spot.
And Benham really kicking it on the outside lane. He is coming in hard. He is coming in fast here. Meanwhile, Pelletier trying to sneak to the inside of Cody Cam here. Going to draw even with him.
He's got the pass made. So Cam's starting to go backwards.
All right, Cam's going to return the favor with a little hip check there, but Francis is not going to be denied. Meanwhile, Benham floating the outside gets a triple there where nobody else has been able to get one.
Yeah, Hunter Patino better find something real quick, because look at Dan Benham. He's already starting to make his move right there.
Benham on Pelletier. Battle for the number 4 position here with third place running Patino directly in front. Cam again stuffing the ski there to the inside of Francis.
Pay attention to Dan Benham on that Arctic Cat. He has got a line here. He stays wide all the way through. It's nice and smooth out of the roost. That is the biggest thing. He can see all the way through here.
Now, Emil Har doing Emil Har things at the front of the field. He's opened up a 5-second gap on Jacob Yerk, and about 2 seconds back from them is that battle that we've been watching between Patino, Benham, Pelletier, and Cam, and here comes Benham again.
Wow, Benham makes the triple. Is it enough? We're going to have to see.
He got the acceleration he was looking for. They're bar to bar over the AMSOIL finish line. Jump Patino looks over to see who's racing it for the position.
Yeah, Patino almost came off there.
Benham will rip off that Polaris lane on the outside. He's made that top lane work, gets the triple, and pulls away. So he locks in now into the third position with about 10 seconds plus a lap to go. Har is coming around the Polaris turn right now, so when he gets to the AMSOIL finish line, the clock will have expired and he'll see a white flag.
And if Benham can hit his lines just like he did that last lap, he is going to be right on the toe, or on the tail of Jake Yerk. One more lap to go.
So Emil Har, the Moose, bringing that Jednik Motorsports Polaris out of the Polaris turn. These sleds love this type of wet, sticky, slushy snow. And Har exploiting that to its fullest. comes off the final corner and wins the first leg of tonight's AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown.
Look at Benham right there. Like I predicted, he wouldn't be too far off, so.
It is Yerk second, Benham third. Cody Cam comes away with the fourth spot. Hunter Pattenode holds off Francis Peltier to round out the top 5. Then behind Peltier is Ogamar in 7th. Peterson, Bester, and Norm round out the top 10. Not a good outing for Jordan LaBelle, currently 3rd in points, 11th here in race number 1. And Travis Kern in the 12th position. So Emil Haar, so far fast time, win in Triple Crown main event number 1. He's only got to do it 2 more times.
Tell you what, though, that pack behind him, they were bringing the heat.
Yeah, we saw some great racing here. Oh, look at how much roost Cody Cam got there coming into that corner, courtesy of Patno. You can see, I mean, his whole face is just covered. He's wiping the goggles off in the air. Amazing. More to come here from Sioux Falls on FloRacing. And welcome back here to Sioux Falls, South Dakota AMSOIL Championship Snocross on FloRacing. Well, just so happens tonight's event is being presented by Quickstar, so let's play a game, shall we? Erica, take it away.
Thanks, Paul. Like you said, we're playing a game here tonight, and that is the Quickstar Price is Right. And I've got 2 lucky contestants here with me. So first, what's your name?